What's up and welcome. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. This is my YouTube channel, Coded Design, where I teach coding and user interface design. In the second last video, I talked about design pattern, solid principle, and how they make your life easier. Obviously, as a newbie or when you are new into web application or PHP, it's not easy to understand high level concept. Like when something about design pattern, obviously it's a higher level concept. It's not easy to understand. In this video I want you to some sort of gain assurance or interest on studying and learning design pattern, because they can set you up for success and position you for employment. So I want to show it to you and prove it to you. I'm assuming that you know what Laravel is. If you don't know Laravel, in the previous video I did some sort of a video explaining what Laravel is. So at this point in time we're not going to get into details, but what is more important is that Laravel, it's a PHP framework and it's widely used. When I'm talking about a framework, I mean it's a platform that helps companies or developers to quickly build an application without taking care of the minute details. It's widely used. You can Google it and check the statistics, meaning that most companies are using it because it helps with building things quick, and it's secure, and it's maintained by professional developers, and also it has an ecosystem. So it gives the client or customers all the reasons in the world to use it. So that's why most companies are using it. So meaning that if you not only know Laravel, but if you understand the good programming practices that has been applied behind Laravel, that sets you up for a better understanding of Laravel. So what we are going to do now, since I'm high on design pattern, I just want to show you that design patterns are very important, and they are the essence of building scalable, quality, and easy to maintain web applications. So let's just jump straight into Laravel application and look at one of the design pattern, which is called singleton, and how they are using it. In case you are new in this channel, this is a series of videos centered around teaching you production level PHP or production level code. So I'm using this brand Secular, or this application Secular. You can also see the series here. This is the series. So the last video, it's video number 9. So here I'm giving you all the advanced PHP skills that you won't find maybe on YouTube. So this website, as you can see, it's live on a server. So it's not like something that runs locally, it runs on a server. So everything that you learn here, you can take it and then apply it on your own server and build your own application. So without wasting time, let's jump to Laravel and see what we can find in terms of design pattern, trying to show you that design pattern are used by big companies and big applications, your WhatsApp, your YouTube, your Twitter, and your Facebook of this world. So let's just jump to Laravel, and then what I'm going to do here, first of all, before I check this design pattern, let me okay, this is a verification code that was sent by this system, because when you click here it will ask for your email, and then when you enter your email it will send a verification code. So this was that I did it some time ago. Okay, so let me just type Google before I go to design pattern. Let me just search the meaning of a singleton, so that you can have an idea what is a singleton. Okay, what is a singleton, so that you can have an idea of what a singleton is. In software engineering, the singleton pattern is a software design pattern that restricts that restricts the instantiation of a class to a singular instance. Very short and sweet. As Uncle Bob once said, that as you get into web application and software development, you realize that it's all about dependency management. So meaning that as the application grows, or as you gravitate towards building application that matters, I simply mean an application that you are hired to develop. It's not something that you are doing it for fun. It's for a client and you've been paid. Then you'll start to realize that there is a lot of dependencies, meaning that there is a class that you want to create, but this class is using another class, so it must some sort of consume the class that it depends on so that it can use it. And then the other class that this class depends on, also it depends on other two classes, and those other two classes depends on other two classes. As you can see that as you can sense that things are now getting messy, and there is some sort of a relationship between a lot of classes. So those classes are dependencies, and also they are some sort of parent classes, and they are child classes. So dependency management is some sort of a skill that as time goes by, as you develop application, it's a skill that you must have. So singleton comes into rescue as a design pattern to say that in your application you must restrict the instances, because now as you have let me just search class diagram. So as you have these classes, multiple classes, you'll find out that, let's say this is the class that we want to use as a dependency, but this class also just a moment. So let's say this is a class that is a dependency, so you'll find that this class also uses this class, and this one also uses this class, and this class also uses this class. If that is the case, then it means that you have to instantiate this class 3 times, because it's being used here, being used here, being used here. A singleton get into the mix and then help you to create only one instance of this class. It's like you create it once and then you just distribute it, but you don't create it like multiple times, meaning that this class, when you want to instantiate it, it will block you from instantiating from outside, but it will instantiate itself once, and then when this class want to use it, it will just send itself. When this class wants to use it, it will just send itself. When this class wants to use it, it will send itself. So you can use it 100 times without instantiating it, because instantiating a class takes some sort of space, it takes some resources, and it takes some time. So if you can instantiate an object like 100 times in an application, that means your application might be slow as time goes by. Now let us jump to Laravel and see how they use singleton. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to say search in files, and I will search a singleton. So what I'm going to do here, I will show you a singleton class in Laravel. Let's click here and see. There is something like a comment here. This class, it's a singleton, and then we will see how a singleton is created on PHP. Okay, let's see, construct. Okay, let's see. Okay, where is get instance? Where is get instance? Let's see. Okay, how do you know if a class is a singleton? Let me just how do you know if a class is a singleton? Number one, once a class has a private constructor, if this constructor is private, it means that as soon as you hit the new, let's say this is a resolver class, so as soon as you hit outside this class new resolver, then automatically when you create a new instance, when you are instantiating an object, this method it's ran automatically, which is it's called in object oriented programming a constructor. So it's supposed to be public so that it can be accessed by the client code. But if it's private, it means that it will throw an error because you are not allowed to access it outside from this class. So that's the first thing that you can check for to see if a class is a singleton. And then let's continue to see what are other things we can check from here. Okay, there is a public function, a public static function, which is once this function is static, that will mean that you can access it outside this class. That means the client code can access this function. And then let's see what this function does. Because I'm looking for a function that will what can I say, that will instantiate the class that is inside and send it back so that we can see the concept of a singleton. Okay, let's see. First of all, I don't know what this class is returning. Returning substring self resolvable. So as you can see, this is where it's returning self. As you can see self dot resolvable. So meaning that when you're outside this class and you are calling this function resolve, this class will return some sort of, it will return itself. However, this one this singleton is not as clear as possible. It's not that clear, but it is a singleton because it some sort of returns itself, and also the constructor it's private, but it doesn't show it like very clear. Or I can say this is more like a complicated singleton. Okay, let's go back to here and also look for another class that might be a singleton, that it will be easier to spot and explain. Okay, let's search again. Let's check for this one. App singleton. Okay, scroll down. Non-singleton, no. Let's just scroll down. Let's check if okay. So what is important here is for you to see that big companies are using design patterns. And if you learn and understand design pattern, that means that number one, you are already some sort of a step ahead into creating a clean code, into creating a production code, into becoming a better developer, I can say. So what I'm going to do here, since this one is a little bit more like a method called singleton, I will go here. I'm going to click here, and then I want to go to the definition where this method is being defined, and see if we can't get a method that will return some sort of itself. Let's see, because here I'm looking for, okay, I'm looking for a method that will a singleton that will have a method that returns itself. Okay, let's if we don't find it this way, that's not a problem. We will do it another way. Okay, let's see. Okay, nothing. Okay, let me search something different. Okay, let me search something different. Let me search self. Then I will find, in fact, let me search get instance. get instance. Let me search get instance because they used standard in the widely used standard in singleton. The singletons always have a method, a static method, a public and a static method called get instance, where the client code will just call, instead of creating a new, let's say I've got a class of items, instead of creating a new items, meaning that instantiating that class, I will just have to call that items and then get a static method, and that static method is called get instance. So let's just click here and okay, as you can see here, this container, it's a singleton. How do we know if it's a singleton? Because it has got a static method which is get instance. This then means that you can just use this class and then get the get instance method. Then let's go to the definition of this get instance and see when it's returning itself or returning that class. Okay, let's see. Public static function get instance. As you can see, yeah, this is the some sort of an easy way to explain a singleton. Okay, let me wait for this. Let me just yes. Okay, now let's look at this class. Okay, where is it? Class declaration. Looks like it has got a lot of things. Let me scroll up till to the top. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down to the class. Okay, here is a class container, implements array access, and also it implements container contract. Okay, when something implements, it means that it implements an interface. This is a topic for another day. So these are interfaces. Okay, so this is a class. Let's look at the constructor of this class, which is supposed to be private, so that this class cannot be instantiated outside itself. Let me go down, look for a constructor, or I can just search here for construct. Okay, let's say find __ construct. Okay, it looks like it doesn't have it. Let me check. Constructor. Okay, it doesn't have a constructor at all. I must keep on searching. Let me search. Okay, a constructor as always starts with underscore. As you can see that it doesn't have a constructor. That's not a problem. Now let's go to that get instance. Okay, go to that get instance method. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the get instance method. So what this method does, when the client code is calling this method, this function, it will have to ask itself, is the static variable instance null? Then if this static instance is null, it means that this class has not been instantiated, it has not been created. So it will create a new static and it will assign it here. And then from then, if this is if this is null, it will create a new one. But if this is not null, then it will return the static instance. That means the static instance has been created. So this is a singleton, meaning that it will always first of all instantiate itself, and then when somebody asks for the instance using this method get instance, it will first see if it has created itself before. If it has created itself before, it will return that instance that it has created. So that is a singleton. So guys, that's about it in terms of design patterns in Laravel, and also showing you that design pattern are things that you must learn. And also design pattern has helped me in building this application, the one that I'm still busy with, secular. In this application, I'm using a lot of design pattern, and also they help me to some sort of set a structure that enables me to easily change things in the code and also see the possibilities for scaling. Otherwise, I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. This is my YouTube channel, Coded Design. Please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to help me to help others, so that me and you can become better developers. Otherwise, for me, see you on the next one.